Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
Barenaked, Barenaked, Barenaked ABCs.
Welcome to the Dream Hotel. Wait, no, I mean welcome to the Barenaked ABCs, where we have bubbles that reach the chandelier. No, where we discuss Barenaked ladies songs from 7 to Y. I'm all mixed up. Betsy and Stefan, can you help me?
It's
All Mixed Up is a great
I think it's
song.
from a washed-up band that used to be the Barenaked Ladies until they lost Steve.
Wow! Oh. Starting strong tonight, folks.
Absolutely.
We have the clap going on.
It's like Genesis if they didn't have Phil Collins, you know?
Speak for yourself.
It's like if...
Well, I think they hoped that they would be Genesis without Peter Gabriel, but
Well, that's what I meant. Like once he left, you know, they had a good backup. Fortunately for them. But no, hey, Dream Hotel. Yes.
Oh yeah, that is tonight's song. Tonight's song is Dream Hotel
by the Barenaked Ladies.
Yeah, some band called Barenaked Ladies.
Yeah. I just found out they're still making music.
I'm surprised Ed Robertson hasn't sued them for taking their name.
Barenaked Ladies.
Yes. Barenaked
Yes.
Ladies.
That was a good book.
Barenaked Ladies?
DVD?
Yeah, Barenaked Ladies. It was a good book.
Barenaked Ladies.
I liked it.
Well, if you have not heard Dream Hotel before, here is a quick snippet.
In New York, it's fabulous, so beautiful this time of year. A DJ's playing good music, bubbles float up to the chandelier. They say, Monsieur et mademoiselle, Monsieur et mademoiselle, Monsieur et mademoiselle, welcome to the Dream Hotel.
Yeah, what's it sound like?
You haven't heard it yet?
I just got done listening to it.
Oh, okay, good, because I only played about 10 seconds, so...
Monsieur.
Gotcha. So now, how recent of an album is this?
1 year.
1 year. Oh, so this is like their newest.
It's been.
Or is it not? Are they cranking out an album every year?
Oh, please, no. Oh, sorry, did that come out?
Did you say that out loud?
I like that song. Why can't they do more of that?
It's catchy song. I like it.
Well, and that's kind of what I've been harping on too, and I think a few people have agreed with me is that better quality with less quantity would probably be the way to go. You don't have to do an album. I'd be happy every 5 years, even if it meant that the songs didn't suffer.
Well, yeah, exactly. I could easily take the last 2 albums and whittle them down to a good 1 album.
Yeah, no, for sure. That is accurate, according to my taste as well.
There's a lot of bands that have had a heyday, where they've had their hits, they've had their time in the spotlight, and then they're just trying to make songs and continue to remain relevant and make songs. There's a lot of bands that are out there doing that. Does everybody follow them? No, probably not the same amount of people that once did. But I mean, they're still making music, and there are some diehard fans that are out there that are still listening.
Some of us because we feel like we have to.
Like
No, but I would still like support what you said, Tracy. Like there are like God forbid and some other songs like I really love, but
and I think that's one of the things that makes it.
Yeah, and it would be enough to be like 8 or 9 or 10 songs between the last 2 albums.
And I think that's one of the things that does make it tough, and we can talk more about that when we do the album reviews. But we've had some, like, over the last 2 albums, we've had disagreements about, like, you like songs that I haven't liked, I've liked songs that you haven't liked. And taking those off the albums would make someone sad. Making that disappear.
Right.
But then there's songs that none of us have liked. So those have existed. Yeah. So
what were they thinking? Kind of, or just
we should
kind of
probably
filler.
discuss if Tonight is one of those songs. So this is a Kevin song. If people didn't guess it just from the little snippet we played. And it's off from In Flight. It's very near the end of the album, which is where I think that probably the song kind of belongs, to give my thoughts away early.
we don't want audience members to leave with thoughts of self-harm. You know? They should put it sooner into the album.
Oh, jeez. This song is not about suicide, just so people who haven't heard it before to understand.
No.
No.
My mistake. Made me want to. I was thinking of it when I was listening.
The Big Sleep.
Might make you feel that way, but it's not what it's about.
Oh, man. Hey, Aaron, how about you break it down for us?
Oh, well, since we don't have Aaron, I did look up the chords online.
Where's Aaron?
He's taking a break for a week.
Far away.
For a week?
How dare he?
For 1 week.
But
Tell us about the chores.
Let me tell you the chords I found online on Ultimate Guitar. So this is in the key of D with no capo. According to this website, the difficulty level of this song is advanced. So maybe there's something there that I'm not hearing. Because I don't hear advanced when I listen to the song. It starts off in D, goes to B major and G during the intro.
My girlfriend.
And then during verse 1, we have B minor, G, B minor 7, G, B minor. In verse 2, we have B minor, G, B minor, G, B minor. He gets into a rhythm there.
Yeah, I see that.
And then when we go to the chorus, this is where we have like a ton of different chords. We have E minor, A, F sharp minor, B minor, E minor, A, G, D, B minor, G, B minor, G, B minor. I think this is where it goes to the difficulty.
Maybe it's just like there's a lot of switching around.
And then, the rest of the song is very much along those same lines. With the verses and the chorus, he sticks to the same thing. The refrain that he has in the middle is just G, straight on, where he goes, the dream, the dream, the dream. Those 4 lines in the middle there of the refrain are just in G the whole time.
The dream, the dream, welcome to the dream, the dream hotel, the dream.
And then the bridge goes E to B to D sharp minor to A sharp minor to D sharp to C sharp to B to D sharp to D sharp minor to F minor to A sharp to D minor to C to F.
Well, that's why it's advanced then, maybe.
I mean, it sounds like he is jumping all over the place during that bridge. And then we're back to the verse and the chorus and into the refrain outro.
That's the REM state.
And that outro, the reason it feels so incredibly long is for that refrain, for the outro, we get G for like, I would say, a full minute straight of just that one chord, which is exhausting.
That's crazy.
Well, a good thing. Good thing you're at the Dream Hotel and you can just take a nap.
So
Right,
Aaron,
anyway.
I don't know how much Aaron would have enjoyed breaking this song down.
Yeah, I think we spared him.
Hopefully he's willing to come back next week.
Well, don't tell him about the song.
I think we can renegotiate his contract.
There is a lot of music, a lot of instruments in this song. Tyler's playing a timpani. They actually went out and rented timpanis for Tyler to play so that this would have that orchestral feel.
Timpanis for Tyler.
Huh.
Yeah, I saw that in the track by track or whatever. That makes a happy Tyler on the timpani.
Absolutely.
And Betsy, did you pick up at the beginning of this song the similarity to the Stevens song of Looking for the Light?
That starts out with like a bunch of brass where it's like. Bwah, bwah, bwah.
So now you're saying that
Yeah.
they're still trying to copy Stevens' songs?
Whoa! I wouldn't
In
say
any
that.
university institution,
Hold
that'd be
on, let
called
me re-listen.
plagiarism. Trademark
However,
infringement.
it is relatively close. It does inspire and make you think
Oh, I
of
see.
that. We'll put it that
Good
way.
cover.
Oh yeah.
There's always elements of another
Yeah.
song in,
Yeah, I
in
mean-
people's songs, no matter who they are.
It's not like the same chord progression, but it's a similar. I don't know if it's similar brass or what, but they're definitely. I see an association there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's just Kevin on the synth, but he's using the brass sound
Ooh.
off that synth.
Kevin, come on, man. You gotta be better.
I do like how the song starts off very simple with just the vocals and the keyboard stabs. Dun dun dun. I like that style that he's going with there. And then we get Jim in the second verse coming in with that cool bass riff.
In New York, it's fabulous, so beautiful this time of year. A DJ's playing good music.
I like the instrumentals quite a bit. It was kind of, it's not like over the top, but it's just nice and consistent. And I like consistent.
We have snaps going on in the background a couple of
Yeah.
times throughout the song.
Oh,
Snap time.
Snap time.
Or it's nap time.
Snap time.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't go, in my opinion, for me, you can't go wrong with a Kevin song because he's never going to let you down lyrics or instrumentation. It might be maybe, like, he tends to do like a slower pace, but still.
Well, that brings me to what happens during the chorus and then the later verses, or the
Yeah.
middle verses. We are hit with this like cacophony of sound.
Welcome to the Dream Hotel. there's a party in the lobby. There is always a happening party.
I wouldn't call it a wall of sound. I would call it noise. Because it really doesn't feel like the wall of sound.
Where are they talking about a party in the lobby?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense,
that
right?
whole verse. Yeah, it's just... We have synths, we have snaps, we have keyboards, we have brass, we have Ed repeating some random lines behind him, we have electric drum loops. It's just so much
party,
going
man.
on.
It's programmatic.
My note that I wrote down is, this is Kyrie Eleison by Mr. Mister,
Oh.
but on acid.
Oh, Kyrie Eleison. Oh my God. I remember that. Kyrie Eleison. Da, 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 da. Huh. Wow, haven't thought about that.
That
in
song I
forever.
liked. But I might have liked the song more if I had been on acid.
Sometimes being in New York City is like just being on acid even when you're sober. It's crazy. It's
true. It is very
especially
cacophonous.
when Leonardo comes by.
But there's
I
a
would
lot of
imagine.
voices overlapping, especially in the chorus. Like, there's these voices overlapping in the background, which, I know, it's New York City. It's programmatic. But it's annoying as hell.
Very soft.
For me, at least. I should
So
say.
yeah, I mean that's kind of how I feel like when I'm at a loud party. It's like I want to go retreat somewhere. And I think that's what you're feeling. You want to retreat and get away from all the noise.
Yes, I wanted to retreat from this song several times this week. And there's a noise that Kevin is using on the synth that is just this buzzing that is going on in the background.
Yeah, I thought my AirPod was getting wonky, but
Yes! I was like, what is wrong? what do I gotta do? I switched speakers, I
Tinnitus?
brought it to my car, I changed programs.
you're
I was
freaking out.
like, no, this is the song. It really bugged me.
He tricked you.
He tricked me into hating the song I started to like at the beginning.
Yeah, it did change up kind of
Thank you,
Oh,
Kevin.
no.
two-thirds
that's
of the
so
way
sad.
through. It did change up a little bit. Even the lyrics changed up quite a bit as well. And just
Yeah. I want to get to the lyrics in
weird
1
way.
second. I do have one more thing to say about the music. Did either one of you, during the bridge, get a feeling of a specific 80s movie?
oh gosh, you're asking a non-musical guy what a bridge is.
During the bridge, if the music sounded like an
What a
80s
bridge
movie. Hold on, let me.
There's a very specific 80s movie.
me-
Let me pull it up. I will
Okay, I was
put
gonna
us
say I can try to
on,
listen here, but
share screen here. Hold on one moment.
While dogs running down the hallway. Now the hallway is a river. And the lady at the concierge is your favorite high school teacher. And they're calling from room service to tell you they are all sold out of broken hearts.
The Breakfast Club? They're running down the hallway of a
I still
school?
need to see that one.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna
Wayne's
say
World,
this.
where they go, me.
I'm gonna say
know.
this, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, I might hear that now." Never-ending story.
Oh, never ending story. Yeah.
Oh.
touch. Just a touch of it.
Yeah, it's the synths like tinkering around and moving up and all over the place, and the orchestralness. It just has that very not so much like the Neverending Story theme song, but more like the music that you have throughout the movie, the background music.
Okay.
Very much along those lines.
That's a good point.
It's been so long since I've seen that. I don't remember what the transitional music is, but
it's like that.
It's just like that. It's like that. Mm-hmm. Like
I was hoping that Aaron would be here because I know Aaron loves that movie as much as I do, and he'd be like, "Oh my gosh,
OMG!"
So those are my notes that I had for the music. Why don't we talk about what the song is about? Who would like to start?
So that means I have to bring up the lyrics, right?
Generally speaking.
Barenaked.
Well, I mean, he kind of gave it away a little in the track by track or whatever.
In the track by track, he did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm letting Stefan read the
cheated.
lyrics.
But I have a feeling that Kevin has a very similar outlook to me when I go to a city versus like an actual relaxing place for a vacation or something. It's just very too many people, and I don't like it. I'm much happier with a smaller crowd of familiar people or little no people. So.
Well, yes, and that statement he has in the third chorus of "It's my idea of hell, staying at the Dream Hotel."
Right. You can tell the story like of the track by track if you want, because otherwise we just be repeating each other. But
yeah, I mean, so it's basically this is a completely made up story. He was staying
semi-fictitious, right?
Semi-fictitious.
Like it started in reality, but then he kind of just took creative license.
Correct. So it started because they stay at a particular hotel when they're in New York City, but this time it was overbooked, and so they had to stay at the Dream Hotel, an actual hotel called the Dream Hotel. And he saw a fuss outside that was caused by Leonardo DiCaprio and a bunch of people trying to get near him, and then that's where it starts to go into this own dreamscape he had of like, well, what would happen if me and my girlfriend were here and my girlfriend got wrapped up in all this and then got picked up by Leonardo. So,
which I don't see the appeal, but if that's your thing, cool.
Well, and Kevin, we all know, I'm sorry, Kevin, but I'm guessing that your girlfriend's not a teenager, so Leo would have no interest in her.
Ooh. Kevin's got a lot more going for him than Leonardo anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Much easier name to say to start with. But yeah.
So I did look this up online. And so when he's in New York City, they stay at a place that is directly across the street from the Dream Hotel. Now, the Dream Hotel is an actual place. There are 2 Dream Hotels in New York City proper in Manhattan. And I'll let people figure out on their own which exactly hotel they normally stay at. But anyway, the Dream Hotel, there's one in Midtown, and then there's one in downtown. And I have wavered all week on this based on the lyrics that he chose. But I think I have finally landed on that they were staying at the Dream Hotel in Midtown.
Okay.
At first, I was leaning very much toward the downtown location. For a number of different reasons, but there's a lyric in here that makes me say that it is the Midtown version, and it's about how loud it is and the noise outside the windows. And you wouldn't get that in the downtown piece because it's actually down near the meat market part of town.
Packing district, yeah.
The meat packing district, thank you, yes.
Yeah.
And that's not that loud. That's actually a much more subdued. It's down near Wall Street. At night, it would not be loud and rambunctious. And there is one hotel that is directly across the street right there. And I could see B&L staying at that one and not the Dream Hotel, because when you look inside the Dream Hotel down in the downtown, it's I would see it as their idea of hell. However, the Midtown one is the one that is much louder. There is the cacophony that is going on all the time just outside the doors. And I mean, it's 2 blocks from the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Mm-hmm. It's three blocks from Broadway. It's 8 blocks away from Rockefeller. So when they're down there to do interviews or whatever,
it's right by Central Park.
Yeah, it would be really, really close to all the things that they would want to or have to go to.
As a celebrity, yeah. For me, anywhere in New York would be hell. You know?
Yeah. Agree. I mean, if I were going with a group of friends, it might not be too bad, but like I wouldn't want to stay very long.
The downtown one does not seem to be that bad in that it's almost this oasis away from New York, because it's got like a rooftop pool and a rooftop lounge. It's got a glass bottom pool. It's got loft style guest rooms and suites. Like it is a beautiful thing. And it also does have down in its lobby this huge area that looks like it would be for just a party when people are coming in. So yeah, and maybe he visited both of them or several of them, and he was inspired by a couple of them. But yeah, I wouldn't want to stay at the Dream Hotel personally, but
I don't think you get much sleep if it's that loud. And
no,
but maybe that's not why you go there. I don't know.
You go for Leonardo.
Yeah,
it's interesting to know that this is a real hotel.
I go for Leo.
When I first heard the song, I didn't think it was a real hotel. I was trying to think of how does this associate with things, and obviously a place to sleep is a Dream Hotel. So I didn't know. I'm sure they don't have to stay together, do they? When they go on tour.
Aww.
I don't think they have to, but I think they do. Just the way they were talking.
Probably
about
easier.
It.
Yeah.
And he wrote this. He did not write this at the Dream Hotel in New York City, which is interesting. He wrote this song on the island of Lanai in Hawaii at the Dream Hotel there.
Huh. How many Dream Hotels are there? It sounds like it's a franchise.
I think it's a chain.
Is that?
Wow. I've never been to one.
But it's an interesting story. I like the story that he's got going on with it. And I really like the dream sequence that he has for the bridge in the middle. It's interesting. And just very, very Sgt. Pepper's, very Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds type feel.
Yeah, that's where you lost me. I'm not a fan of the Beatles or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
They built a giant wall of pancakes in the park.
Like that's where it gets to like the weird stage of dreams that I get super weird dreams, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably what my dreams would do.
That's the other thing that made me think that they were talking about the Midtown Hotel, though, is because there's no parks down near the downtown hotel, but as you mentioned earlier, Betsy, the Midtown is just 2 blocks off from Central Park.
Yeah.
The concierge is your favorite high school teacher. Guys I don't even know if I had a favorite high school teacher.
Oh, I had several. For sure.
Stephen, did you have a favorite high school teacher?
I don't really remember high school too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely did. and he was my physics teacher. I loved physics, and
Nice.
he made it really fun. And he was a big kid himself, so I remember he had a giant, like an 8-foot spitball machine, cannon, and we launched it.
Yeah.
And we would launch things over the school. It was really fun. So, and
That actually does sound pretty
we
fun.
went to a local amusement park with handmade devices so that we can test gravitational forces and centrifugal force and stuff like that. So we had a whole day as students at this amusement park, going on rides and doing crazy stuff, doing physics experiments. There we go. It was a lot of fun. So that was the best I liked.
I could see why that would be your
Yeah.
favorite teacher.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it was challenging.
Betsy, you said you had several.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, so Mr. Polopoulos, he is a Greek, very Greek gentleman that taught like all the music stuff. So, or not all of it, but mostly like the chorus, show choir, that sort of thing. And Mr. McGillicuddy taught band, and there's like Mrs. Stone was an English teacher, and she'd like get dressed up and have us dress up in costumes for like Shakespeare and things like that. And Mr. Emac would have us get dressed up for like Greek mythology, and yeah. So there wasn't anybody that was really bad, but a lot of them just were like really into their jobs. So like you could really tell that they enjoyed it. So
That's pretty
Nice.
yeah,
cool. That's pretty cool.
I was lucky.
I can't remember names. Don't remember names at all.
Well, they're still friends of the family and everything, so it's
that
easy.
makes a difference. So
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
look back when I left high school.
No, you're like peace
Done.
out.
So, and I wasn't in anything musical. It was mostly science and math. That was my strengths.
Yeah.
So, in sports.
Well, guys, do you have any more notes about this lyrically or musically?
I don't know. No notes.
Not specifically. It's just, definitely a Kevin song, you can tell, and it's very relatable for me with kind of social anxiety and stuff like that. So I really liked it. It didn't hit me like as hard as some of the other songs, like God Forbid or whatever, but I do like it.
Well, why don't we put some numbers to this? And since we're talking about hotels, hotels always have a star rating, so we should probably do a
That's true.
star rating.
That's a good point.
So, Stefan, how many stars do you give this hotel?
Well, I thought it was quite an average song. I mean, I did like the music that was associated with it, and the lyrics were good. I don't think they were like something that slaps you in the face or it really pops and it's like, ooh, yeah, this is great. It was a filler song, but they didn't screw it up, I don't think. So, I don't know. I'm not too impressed by it, but it wasn't bad. The music was good. So I'd say a 3 stars out of 5.
Okay. Betsy, what about you?
I'm kind of similar to Stefan in regard to it was maybe more than average for me, like slightly above average for me, just because Jim Kevin, I was he doesn't half do anything, so it was very creative and I could relate to it, and he's very clever with the instrumentation, and I like hearing Ed in the background strongly on the vocals, and he put a good amount of effort and thought into it. So I would probably give it 3.5 stars.
Let's see if I'm the hater today.
Yeah.
And I think
Hater
the
tater.
chorus.
I think it's gonna be Tracy's gonna be the hater tater.
I think that the chorus very much sums up how I end up feeling about this song because it's noisy, and the Monsieur and mademoiselle, the repetition of it, and it's just too much. Sure, put it in there for one line. Don't repeat over and over, over and over. I don't like it. And this song was my idea of hell.
Wow!
During the week,
that's the trouble with Tracy.
I just the Monsieur and mademoiselle. Like I'm just like no, don't do the whole chorus that way. No, please. And I get that it's repetitious because yes, people who are greeting people are repetitious, but it doesn't mean I want to hear it in a song. And if you took like those little bits out and you made it less cacophonous during the middle of the song, I would like this song more. But it just rankled me because of that. And so I'm going to give it a 2.15.
Okay, that's slightly higher than I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy this so much.
I thought you were gonna say 2. Or
I definitely would not give this a diamond rating. If this were in Denver, you would not find it anywhere near any of the ski resorts, especially the ones that have diamond trails.
You gave it almost like a Motel 6.
Diamonds, huh? I see a theme repeating.
Okay. Are you hinting on next week's song? Is that what you're doing?
Gem theme. Nah, he doesn't do that.
I might be, yeah. Next week's song is Diamonds, Diamonds.
Subtle. Diamonds, diamonds. Diamonds on the soles of their shoes.
So, it's interesting how Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and now the next song is Diamonds.
LFD, baby.
These are alphabetical songs from some of the most recent albums, right? How many albums are you pulling from these songs from?
I think we have 6 songs left, right? And then
we have 7 songs left.
7.
Holy smokes!
Yep,
it's crazy.
I know it.
We are down to 7.
We're never going to get through songs.
We're drowning in D's over here.
What, Tracy? The silence.
Leave it alone. I'm leaving it alone. 2, 3.
Yep. Leave the
Actually,
D
I was
alone.
wrong. We have 6 songs left.
That's what I said. Because I think this is number 7. I was counting the other night. I was like,
Yeah.
how many songs?
Not many left to go, guys.
Wrapping up. Let's finish this.
It is.
Next week we should
Welcome to the Dream Hotel. Welcome to the Dream Hotel. The dream.